Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody's having a lovely Saturday. So it's currently 8:30 in the morning and I wanted to come on here and do a little Saturday morning, like Saturday motivation for y'all. You know, it was just kind of on my heart, and I'm really starting to really love giving out these motivational videos, things like that. So that's what we're about to get into right now. If you're interested in watching this video, just keep on watching. And if you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Talia. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, so yeah, let's get into this video. So on this Saturday morning, I was like, you know what? First of all, I really didn't even feel like getting up this morning. I want to go ahead and say that. But then it's like, sometimes you have to remind yourself that it's important to do the things that you don't always feel like doing, but you want to prioritize the things that are important to you, because certain things are important. Like, we have things that we have to get done, and sometimes we're not always in the right space or the right state of mind to get things done. So it's important to get things done even when you're feeling like you don't want to get things done. You know, you may feel like, oh, I don't feel like doing this, I don't feel like doing that. But it's always important to get the things that you don't feel like doing done, because you want it to benefit you in the long run, and also it's just going to help build character and help build strength. Because as humans, we tend to always go off of like emotions and stuff. Like, sometimes I tend to do things off emotions myself, but I'm trying to work on not being as in my feels about things, because it's like, okay, I may be in my feels about this, but I still gotta get this done. You know, you may be in your feels about a situation, but you still have X, Y, and Z to get done. So it's like, are you gonna be in your feels and not get it done? Or are you just gonna be like, I'm gonna be a dedicated person today and I'm gonna get this done? Like I said, we don't always feel like doing the stuff that we want to, that we have to do. You know, it just gets kind of hard sometimes, but you want to remind yourself, especially if it's beneficial to you in the long run, that it's important to get it done, because it is beneficial to you in the long run, like I just said. You know, it's about not only trusting, it's about trusting yourself, and it's also about remaining true to what you want and who you are. Because if you don't know your purpose, and if you don't see where you're going, then how are you going to truly know where you're supposed to be within yourself and in life? You know, you want to have some sort of purpose. You want to have some sort of standards for yourself. You want to hold yourself accountable for those days when you just don't feel like getting up, because we all don't feel like getting up sometimes. You know, we all don't feel like going to work all the time. We all don't feel like reaching and going for our goals all the time. But when you feel that you don't feel like, you know, doing something, you have to remind yourself why you're doing it. You know, you have to remind yourself the benefits of doing the things that you're doing. And you want to constantly remind yourself the end goal. Because if you don't have an end goal with what you're doing, then you're just going to be going this way, this way, this way. You want to stay on one clear path so that you can have an end goal to what you want to do and just where you want to be in life, so that you're constantly holding yourself accountable. Because like I tell y'all, only you can hold yourself accountable. You know, you can't expect other people to do the work for you. You can't expect certain things to just be a certain way. Like, no, you have to hold you accountable. You have to show up for yourself. You have to set those goals and you have to get it done. You know, it's just no excuse. You don't want to be the type of person that just, I'm in my 20s, I'm just going to hang out, I'm just going to do whatever, I'm just going to party. No, I'm in my 20s. I need to be figuring out what I want to do. I need to be figuring out a serious career. I need to be, of course, working on myself and self-care, that sort of thing. But just also figuring out what I want and what kind of life do I want to live. Now, don't get me wrong, we all have fun now, okay? Like me, I party sometimes, stuff like that. Just a little bit though, because it takes balance. Like, you don't have to be outside every weekend. You don't have to club every weekend. You need to be figuring out what you want to do and what you need to be doing, you know? It's about having standards and setting those standards for you, because only you can do these things for you. Only you can do the work. So, you know, if you're going to be, it takes balance. You know, like if you want to have a little fun, have a little fun. You are in your 20s, enjoy yourself. But also have balance and have standards for yourself. You can't just be out here just woo-woo willy-nilly. And I'm not saying nobody's perfect now, because we all like to have fun, but it takes balance. So as long as you're working towards yourself every day and you're working towards your goals every day, like have a little fun every few months or so. That's not bad at all. But if you're just not working towards your goals and you're just partying every weekend, or if you're just sitting around like a sack of potatoes, like, no, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know, you can't just be like, oh, I'm not gonna deal with it, or oh, I can't get it done, so I'm gonna just give up. Like, when the going gets tough, you don't just quit. And that's something that I gotta remind myself too, because things do get complicated. But then when things get complicated, like this morning, I did not feel like getting up. I got up because I was like, you know what? I got stuff to do. I got YouTube videos to drop. I got TikToks that I gotta make. I got unboxings. I have things that are going to benefit me in the long run. And I guarantee you have things that are going to benefit you in the long run as well. You just have to be willing to do the work for it. So if you want it, if you want to achieve it and you want to push forward with it, you want to constantly be pouring into yourself and giving yourself the strength, the dedication, and holding yourself accountable to get things done, you know. And it's easier said than done. It's going to take time. It's going to take discipline. It's going to take consistency. But with these things, it can be done if that's something that you want to do. You know, so with that being said, I hope y'all have a great Saturday morning and, well, a great Saturday period. I hope y'all have a great weekend. And I watched Friday the 13th last night. Jason, it was the first one though. So they didn't really like the very first Jason, they didn't really show him or nothing. I don't know what was going on with the very first Jason movie. But yesterday was Friday the 13th. So, and y'all know I love scary movies. I can't wait for October. I love October so much. But yeah, I really hope that y'all enjoyed this video. I really hope that y'all enjoyed this message. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you on my next post. Love y'all.